This is my Minecraft gaming setup. Not bad, right? But behind the scenes, this thing is a dirty, tangled up mess, and one too many shaders and this thing is going up in smoke. So instead of just a boring old room tour, let's throw in a little twist. It's time to build the ultimate Minecraft gaming setup. Before we change anything, let me show you around what I'm working with. This is the setup I've been using for the last 2 years or so, and it's done me very well. My PC itself is a beast. It's got a 4090, that tells you everything you need to know, but here's the full specs. I also daily drive these two Acer Predator monitors, and let me tell you, 1440p is nice, but G-Sync and high refresh rate are game changers. Every game from Minecraft to Tony Hawk's Underground runs at a silky smooth 240 frames. QHD, no tearing, no input lag. It's beautiful. I originally cheaped out a bit on my peripherals with a $17 PicTech mouse and a $50 Corsair K55 keyboard, but I've since upgraded to a DeathAdder V2 Pro, which feels a little bit better, and it's wireless, except I never actually use it wireless because I'm too lazy to plug it in at night. As for my audio, my mic setup is pretty much as good as it gets. Even Michael Jackson was using this bad boy, which is a Shure SM7B combined with a Motive MVI and a Cloudlifter CL1, which basically just make it louder and let me control some settings. All of that is on top of this VanSpace gaming desk, which was one of the cheapest options I found on Amazon, and it's solid for the price. Even still, this mousepad wore out pretty quickly, the flimsy cup holder shattered within like a month, and I swear to God if I stub my toe on its abnormally long and unreasonably sharp legs one more time, someone's gonna die and it's not gonna be me. All in all though, this is already quite a nice setup, but it's kinda plain, right? So first things first, it's time for a new desk, and Fazebo's got me covered with I ain't reading all of that, but it's an electric L-shaped standing desk with some really cool stuff built in. Full disclosure, Fazebo did sponsor today's video, but I'm also going to be completely honest about it. If it sucks, it sucks. If it's amazing, it's amazing. First off, this thing is heavy, like 80 pounds or something, and that's because of the full steel frame to support the slick carbon fiber desktop. So sturdy, but also if you don't install the wheels, you're literally never going to move this thing again. It comes with simple instructions, all the parts you need with spares, which is a really nice touch, and even a free screwdriver, which is an okay start, but you might want to switch to a stronger one and use this little guy for small spaces. Like, this would have been a lifesaver when I was building my PC. Putting it together took like 6 hours, so it was a long process, but that's while recording and building in a super tiny space. For you, it'll probably be like half that. Everything was pretty easy though, and I didn't really have any big problems, though for some reason my desk was missing a few screw holes. They weren't important ones, so I just skipped them, but if you're missing ones that matter, you're gonna need a drill to fix things up. Once the desk was built, I added all my gear back, and I also copped their cable management kit, which comes with sleeves, cable ties, Velcro rolls, zip ties, and some little sticky cable thread things. I didn't use those last two, but the zipper sleeves and cable ties helped so much with organization, and I used the Velcro to attach my monitor's power supplies to the bottom of the desk so they're out of the way. And yeah, that's basically it. This monster of a desk is done and working perfectly, including the built-in power outlet with USB ports, the surprisingly great remote-controlled LEDs, and even the electric legs that go gadget this bad boy into a standing desk, which I've always wanted to try, and I gotta say, it's pretty nice. There were some struggles, but building aside, I am loving this thing. And if you do too, then you can get your own at the link in the description with code mcb.yt for $43 off, on top of all the Black Friday sales, so good deal. Seriously, have you ever seen a more beautiful setup in your life? A work of art like this deserves some proper pizzazz to go with it. So now it's time for the peripherals. First off, we're going with the classics, the Stream Deck. Seriously, if you do not have one of these, get one. I don't care if you stream, if you do YouTube, if you don't do any of that at all. Having one of these on your desk makes everything so much easier. It's like keyboard macros on Coke, they can do anything. Personally, I've got mine controlling my recordings, live streams, Discord, and my volume, along with a cool speed test gadget and my sub count, which by the way is really close to 100,000, so you should definitely subscribe so I'll have an even cooler shiny box to keep on my desk. While we're here, let's add a mouse bungee. Esports pros use these all the time for mouse accuracy, but this one even comes with RGB and a couple USB slots for chargers, thumbsticks, stuff like that. Looking good. But the setup doesn't really scream Minecraft yet, and there's only one way to fix that. Creeper nightlight. Thanks for— No, really, if we want to blockify our gaming setup, does it get any better than a completely custom Minecraft keyboard? Look at this. Enchantment runes on the letters, items for the function keys, and custom 3D printed Minecraft blocks for the control keys and arrows. Even the keyboard itself has a beautiful aluminum frame, gorgeous RGB, and a sound that could make an angel weep. If you're looking to put together something like this for yourself, well, be warned, this was unironically the most expensive thing in the whole setup besides my PC itself. The base keyboard is the Keychron Q3, which will run you about $180, but a custom keycap set from Goblin Tech Keys alone will nearly double that price. Then each of these artisan keycaps off Etsy are about $15 each, so another $150, and you'll be paying another $20 for the Gateron milky yellow switches that make it all sound so nice. All in all, this monster cost me $500, but honestly, I don't regret it at all. It looks great, it feels great, it sounds great, and it's completely unique to me. But if you're wanting to save some money, understandably, all those fully custom keycaps and replacing the switches aren't really necessary. You could buy a pre-made set of custom keycaps for like $50 and have a keyboard that's just as good in half the price. Not a bad deal at all. Now all that's left to do is turn everything on and get to gaming, at least as far as the makeover goes, but I've still got a room tour to finish, so while we wait on the PC, let me show you around. For starters, right here above my desk are all my consoles. I don't use them much since I don't have a TV for them, but Black Friday's tomorrow, so it'd be the perfect time to get one. Over here on this wall is my vinyl setup, which I'd like to think is pretty nice. I've got about 150 records stuffed in here with everything from hip-hop to metal to folk to electronic to video game soundtracks. A lot of good stuff. Up top is a little record wall with some of my favorite album covers, and the best part is that if you tap your phone against these little NFC chips, well, just watch. These speakers, the Edifier R1280DBs, work for both Bluetooth and my Fluence RT82 turntable, both of which sound absolutely beautiful. Seriously, these are the best speakers I've ever heard, by far. They're like $130, but completely worth it, without a doubt. The turntable, you could probably go cheaper, but I figured with this many records I should get something proper. If you do a 180, you get to my other collection of retro games. I've mostly been focusing on Nintendo recently, but I've got a pretty huge wish list of great games I'm looking for, and I've just been slowly building this up since about 2020. It's pretty impressive. Long term, the plan is to stream everything you see here on my second channel, mcb.yt Live, so make sure you check that out if you're interested. There's some absolute classics in here. But a great gaming setup isn't just about the outside, the inside is what matters. So now that the PC is up and running again, it's time for a Windows makeover. I mean, come on, look at this. I'm still using a default background. Let's spice things up a bit. First, we're using Wallpaper Engine to transform these boring desktops into some gorgeous Minecraft concept art, complete with animation and sound effects. This is beautiful, man. While we're at it, you can also do a really easy icon swap to Minecraftify your desktop icons, so I turned my recycle bin into a chest. Thanks to Chili for that one, really cool idea. Not only can you customize your desktop, but your browser too. So for that, I'm using Opera GX to get some chunky typing sounds with the Blockified mod, and adding this sweet Minecraft wallpaper, which for some reason has a robot, not complaining, just confused. Now we're looking nice. And with that, the ultimate Minecraft gaming setup is complete. Beautiful tech, gorgeous lighting, and blocky gadgets and gizmos all over the place. It truly does not get better than this. But hey, if you're feeling inspired, I'd love to be proven wrong. Links to everything I used in the description below, but for now, I'm signing off. Have a good one, lads. Peace, peace.